Welcome back, users. In the last video in the ArcoLinux learning path series, we had done the installation of Gnome desktop using the ArcoLinux ISO, and this was the phase 2 of ArcoLinux learning path. Now, continuing the phase 2 of ArcoLinux learning path, we will now do installation of multiple desktop. So we will do installation of, say, already we have downloaded the Gnome desktop ArcoLinuxB ISO. Along with the Gnome, we will do installation of Cinnamon desktop also, because Cinnamon is based on the same technologies as Gnome. So there won't be any issue in the configs when we use Gnome side by side with Cinnamon. So it is better to use the desktops having common technologies. So instead of Cinnamon, we can also use Budgie, but this time let us use Cinnamon, and then we will do a detailed review of the Gnome and Cinnamon desktop of ArcoLinux. So let us start. And also remember that during the phase 2, we will not use any of the tiling window managers. The tiling window managers will come in the later phases. So in this phase 2, we can use multiple desktop, and you can install much more softwares than what we did in the phase 1 and the first part of the phase 2 also, where we install the Gnome desktop and some extra softwares. But now we will install 2 desktops and some extra software. So let us start. I have already downloaded the Gnome ArcoLinuxB ISO, which we used during the earlier videos. So we will use the same ISO. So let us start. Open it in boxes. Yes. So now you have to use the Arch template, customize it, and use 4 GB of RAM, and use around 25 GB of VDD. Use the first option. So we are now booted into the Gnome desktop, live Gnome desktop of ArcoLinux. Now first thing what we do when we boot into the ArcoLinux Gnome desktop, live desktop, you see the welcome app in front of you. You have to update the Arch Linux mirrors first. Click on them, authenticate. So wait for the mirror list to be updated. It will take 1 or 2 minutes. In the last video, we had done the installation of Gnome desktop using the easy install method of ArcoLinuxB ISO in the phase 2 of ArcoLinux learning path. Now we will do the advanced installation of Gnome desktop plus Cinnamon desktop using the advanced installation method of phase 2 of ArcoLinux learning path. So let us start. So I will click on the advanced installation, authenticate it. It will open up the CalMS installer. Now we have seen the installation of LTS kernel in the last video. We had seen the Linux kernel default installation in the first, that is phase 1 video. So what we will do is this time we will install the hardened kernel. So let us click on the hardened kernels. Now we go ahead. Since this is a Intel based system, we will use the XF86 video Intel drivers. We can click on the Novio drivers. These are the free drivers for Intel. Then we will not select the AMD GPU because we don't have the AMD platform, nor we have any ATI Radeon cards, so that is also we will not select. We can select the video visa drivers and the XFCE video open Chrome drivers, so that is selected. Now let us go ahead. Since we are now installing the GDM, that is the Gnome desktop plus the Cinnamon desktop, so we will have to use the GDM, that is the Gnome desktop manager. So that is selected. Rest of the display managers need not be selected. Go ahead. Here you have to find out the Gnome desktop, where it is. Okay, so Gnome is by default, so it is not showing in the list, but yes, Cinnamon is there, so we will go with the Cinnamon. So this will install Gnome+Cinnamon desktop, and if you just drill it down on selecting the Cinnamon desktop, the Cinnamon themes, configurations, Git, so it will all download, quick tool, wallpapers, so it will all be downloaded. I don't know why ArcoLinux XFCE Git is being downloaded for Cinnamon, but it is being downloaded. So now we have to go ahead. Here in the ArcoLinux meta packages, we have to select the Asian fonts. I will just select one or two, not all. So I will select this meta utilities. That will be enough. In the ArcoLinux applications, I will select out the ArcoLinux quick tool, Trasher, ArcoLinux team viewer, and the logout git. So that is enough. If you want, you can go with the ArcoLinux tell me git also. Then for the ArcoLinux theming, since this is a Gnome desktop, Arc themes I think will be, yes, Arc themes we can install, and we will use the Mint Y, and Mint X is also should be there, but no, Mint only Mint Y icons is there. So these are the icons used in the Cinnamon desktop, so they should be there, Mint X also, but it is not available, I think. Okay, we go with just Mint Y icons. Now the ArcoLinux wallpapers, so we select the wallpapers git, Candy and Dual also wallpapers. In the SDDM themes, we will not select the SDDM themes because we are using the GDM, so these themes won't be of use. Now let us go ahead. In the communication software, we will use okay, last time we had used Pidgin, so maybe we can use the Telegram desktop. Yes, this will be good option. So we have to try out newer and newer software. And in the connect remotely, we can go with the Remima, because Remima works fine with Gnome as well as Cinnamon desktop. So we will use Remima. Hit next. In the development section, I am not a developer, so I will not use any of this, so I will keep it empty, unselected. In the office section, last time we had used LibreOffice still, so why don't we use let me check, we can use maybe only Office this time. Yes, let us check it. Yes, so we will use only Office this time. Next, in the fonts, we will use last time we had installed the awesome terminal font, so let us do something else this time. Let us use the nerd font. So let us try it out. And TTF Anonymous Pro, let me select a good one. Okay, TTF font awesome, let us use this. And then TTF Helvetica, okay, and then we will go ahead. In the audio software, last time we had selected Clementine and OBS Studio. This time we will go with let us use Audacious and Audacious plugins. And then in the video software, we can go with the Kodi. Let us go with the Kodi this time. We have to just keep on changing the different software, so users will get to know what kind of softwares are available in the distro being reviewed. Now hit on the next button. And in internet, last time we had used Firefox, so let us use Opera this time. And for downloaders, we had installed I think KTorrent. Okay, so we use the transmission GTK because this works fine with the GTK based Gnome and Cinnamon desktop. Cloud software, I am going to keep it. No, let us install the cloud software this time. So we will use the Dropbox. And in the mail clients, last time 2 times we had used Thunderbird. So let us use the Evolution, because Evolution works fine with Gnome and Cinnamon. Okay. And in the theming section, use the Adapta GTK, ArcoLinux Arc themes. Then you go ahead, Graphite GTK theme. So you can use Quantum themes. You can use Lion themes, Materia GTK. Numix is also good theme. You can use Orchis theme. Don't use the themes of given with the name KDE. Okay. And you can use the Kogir theme also. It looks good. In the icons, you can use Arc icon theme, ArcoLinux Candy Beauty. Then you can go ahead and use the flat remix. Then Mocha icon theme is good. Numix circle icons, Numix circle icon themes. You can go, yes, Papyrus is very good. Papyrus, Kogir is also good. Tela is nice. Vmix is also good looking theme. And Zafiro icon theme. Let us use these themes. And for the cursors, we can go with the cursor flatbed, X cursor premium, simple soft, Lion cursor theme. And then maybe we use this Arch, yes, Arch cursor theme complete, and the Capitan cursors. And for the icons, you can use the Sardi. We can, I think, select all. Yes, so mint Y is given here, but mint X is not available. Okay. Anyway, we can use the Sardi icons. And this two themes we will not select, because if we select the KDE ones, then it will select install the Plasma also. So it will bring up the whole Plasma dependency. So we will not install this. Now hit on the next button. And in the graphics, last time we had done the Digicam. So let us go with the GIMP this time. Games, I will keep it unselected, and game utilities also I will keep it unselected. So there is Steam and all those different kinds of Steam. Then the meta packages for the Steam, AMD, Intel, Nvidia. So I will not use any of the software in games. You can install it, is there is no issue. You can install whatever game you want, but I don't prefer playing games. Okay, so in the terminals now, last time we had installed console. So we will install Gnome terminal, which will work best with Gnome desktop and the Cinnamon desktop that we are going to install. And we can use the Gnome terminal transparency also. It is a dependency, so that will be good. And in the file managers, of course, so Nemo file roller and Nautilus will be there. So two file managers will be there, Nautilus for the Gnome desktop and Nemo for the Cinnamon desktop. And in the USB disk utilities, we can go, last time we had used image writer, let us go with the HR this time. And of course HPLib we should go, it is mandatory, because I have got two HP printers with me. And in accessibility features, my selection will be onboard again. So onboard, I really like the keyboard, it is very useful. Now utilities for Timeshift and ButterFS. So we will use the Timeshift only, Timeshift auto snap. Yes, so if you are using ButterFS, you can go with Timeshift, and then the dependency will be, if you select, no, it is not selecting, but this is a dependency. If you are going to use Timeshift for the ButterFS, you have to go with the Timeshift auto snap. But I think we will keep it to Grub ButterFS only this time also. Then you have to select the, no, not sorry, Grub ButterFS. We will go with the only Timeshift only. Okay, so, or maybe we can go, but then we'll have to do the manual partitioning. Okay, we can go with the ButterFS. Let us do it. So we have selected Grub ButterFS. Then we have to use the utilities for Snapper and ButterFS. Utilities for Android and iOS I am not selecting because that we are not going to use. Also utilities for benchmarking, it is not needed. Yes, now for applications, installers and our launchers, so we will use the app image launcher and the Flatpak, that's it. Other launchers are not required. And EA bin, yes, we can use the EA bin because we can use EA to install the application. This is Arch based distro, so we have to use EA-bin. And in the power management, we can go with the U power only. System 76, you can use go, it will also work. It is from the POP OS, but we will just stick to U power this time. Maybe next time we can use the System 76 power management. And in the backlight, last time we had used ACPI light, so let us use the brightness control this time. Utilities for hardware discovery, so last time we had done CPU X, so and G-Smart control. So G-Smart control I will also use this time because it is hard disk monitoring tool, and we will go with the G-Top this time for the hardware discovery. And we can install LM sensors also, so it will collect the data from the sensors. And in utilities, we can go with the bleach bleed and auto CPU frequency. That's good enough. Yes, and the firewall, the graphical user firewall, so that is mandatory, recommended for all the users to have a firewall. And we can go with the Linux Wi-Fi hotspot. No, will not use this. Yes, Redshift we can use, but I think there will be night controls in the Gnome desktop also, so night light will be there, so no need of Redshift. Okay, so that's it. We will now go ahead. Yes, in the applications we can use accessories. We can choose cheese calculator. Yes, it is part of the Gnome desktop. PDF arranger, yes, we can go with that. Then in the Git also we will keep it as it is. No selection of password manager. Privacy Tor. Next time we will try the Tor browser. Yes, and no installation of VirtualBox, VMware. Then let us go ahead. No installation of any development software for ArcoLinux. Go ahead. The local is properly selected. Go ahead. Indian keyboard layout with English India with rupee. Go ahead. Then we will use the manual partitioning. Use the okay. So we can do erase this also. And this time we will use swap with Hibernate. And we go with the ButterFS because we have selected the ButterFS Snapper and ButterFS tools, so that will help to take the backups. Now we go ahead. Before that, bootloader location on the MBR of VDA, so that is okay with us. Now the creation of user. Use the same password for administrator account. Yes, this is easy for us, but I recommend that you use the administrator password and administrator account different than your regular user account, so it adds another layer of security to your system and it hardens the system. Now select on the next button, so it will show you the summary of the changes that will be done. So once you confirm the summary of changes, you cannot go back, you cannot roll back. So now let us hit the install button. Installation has started. Now we have to wait for the system to complete the installation. And maybe in the next video itself, we will do a short review of the Gnome desktop and the Cinnamon desktop for ArcoLinux using the phase 2 of the learning path and ArcoLinuxB ISO. we have finished the installation. I will stop the video here. In the next video, we will do the detailed review of only the Cinnamon desktop, because Gnome desktop already we have done the review for the phase 2 of ArcoLinux learning path using the ArcoLinuxB ISO. It is the same ISO that we are using in the this video also, videos that are uploaded every day. Bye bye. Thank you very much for being with us during the course of this video. Do like, subscribe and comment on our channel. Do not forget to press the bell icon, otherwise you will miss the new videos. Thank you. Bye bye.